So everybody and their mama and their uncle's brother's cousin wants to be a content creator these days. And I totally get the appeal. I am a freaking content creator. I get it. I love it. It is my favorite thing I've ever done in my life, and I love it so much. So I totally get why everybody wants to be a content creator. But here's the deal. There's like 10,000 ways for people to try to be a content creator. Like, you know, you can be on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, on a podcast, on Twitch, or like whatever. But I'm like pretty convinced that there's only one real way to be a creator. Like only one solid way to make good money, to have a long-term career as a creator. And I guess we need to talk about that. Hey, by the way, if you're new here, I'm Jessica. Nice to meet you. Shaking hands. Let's shake some hands. I am super pumped that you are here. It's going to be a good time, so stick around. Okay? I haven't had a McDonald's sweet tea in like 2 weeks, and I was like, today is the day that I get one. I've been trying to like not drink them as much because, you know, it's like 90% sugar, a little bit tea. But today I wanted one, and I was like, husband of mine, if you are coming from town to home, please bring me one. And he delivered. Okay, so when I say that there's only one real way to have a long-term career as a creator, please, first of all, remember that this is my opinion. I am certain that there are exceptions to the rule, but talking to the mass amount of people, talking to the mass audience of people, talking to people who are trying to get into this career, when it's something where there are a lot of people doing it already, I just truly believe that there's one main path. And it's going to seem a little skewed because it's the path that I use and it's the path you're on right now, but I'm going to explain why. And that is YouTube. I have been on YouTube as a creator since 2016, and I've taken it seriously since like 2017, late 2017. So it's been a minute. It's been a hot friggin' minute. It's been 8 years. 8 years that I've been on this platform. I have, for the most part, been consistent most of that time, and I've always seen the benefit in it, and I've never really been like steered away or felt like it wasn't worth it. I have felt that way with Instagram, with TikTok, with pretty much any other platform. And there's a lot of reasons behind this, and that's like really what we need to talk about today. But have you ever noticed how like big TikTok creators or big Instagram creators or whatever, they will eventually launch a YouTube channel? Some of them stick with it, some of them don't, but there's a reason behind that. It's because of all the things I'm about to list right now, and being able to see that like, you know, this platform I built my entire business on isn't quite as good for me as a creator as YouTube would be. And we'll just bust through this list of reasons that I have written out over here on my notes app, okay? And these are in no particular order, but number one, it's less volatile. Is it volatile or volatile? Sometimes I'm like, does my Southern accent mess me up? You know, I know how to say words, but then sometimes I'm like, do I? My husband said something the other day. He said he was trying to say the word Detroit. I had forgot about it. He was trying to say the word Detroit, and it kept coming out Detroit. And I was like, that doesn't sound right. And I was like, oh yeah, that's the Southern. It's fine, but like not how you say the word. So I'm like, is it volatile or volatile? Anyway, doesn't matter. This platform is less of that. Again, I have been on YouTube for 8 years. There have been creators on this platform for much longer than me that are still doing really, really well. When I tell you that I have created courses and how-to videos and things like that about a ton of platforms throughout my career, and YouTube is the one that doesn't change that much. One time I tried to create a course on like Facebook or Instagram. I've actually done both in my career, but I was having to change it and update it like every 5 seconds because it was changing so much. But YouTube really doesn't. The same things that worked 8 years ago are still pretty much the same things that work. And the only two things of note that I feel like are a little bit different now are that tags don't have as much importance as they did when I started, and that shorts exist. So like it's just really doesn't change that much. They know what they're doing, they stick with it, and creators like can tap into that. And there isn't this constant rat race of like, I got to keep up with this other change. I got to do this thing. It's more steady and it's less volatile. Volatile? Whatever. We got to get past this one so I can stop saying that word. This one is a huge one and may very well be like the number one reason that most people would see as the number one reason, and that is the platform itself pays you more money than any other platform out there. So yes, there's the TikTok creator fund. Yes, on Instagram, they do Reels bonuses here and there. I feel like they like start them and then they stop them and they start them and they stop them. And yes, on all of these platforms, you can make other types of money, but I want to talk about the platforms themselves and how much they pay. This platform here pays way more than any other platform out there. And we're going to get to some other reasons that kind of stack on top of this that make this better. But as a whole, like the platform pays way better than any other platform. If I get 10,000 views here on YouTube, I'm going to make a hell of a lot more money than I would with 10,000 views on a reel or 10,000 views on a TikTok. And it's because of their model. It's because of the like ad revenue sharing model that they have that other platforms have a hard time doing, especially short form content. Understand that the platform itself pays so much more money than other platforms do. And that is a huge reason why, if you're wanting to be a full-time creator, I think YouTube is like the only way. Oh, before I move forward, I forgot to tell y'all, I have throughout the years had lots of like YouTube courses, lots of YouTube stuff. Okay. I bottled all of it up and I have charged like $1,000 for this course, or, you know, I've had it in a membership or like whatever, right? Right now, I've got it all bottled up, like literally everything you will need to know that was in my like $2,000 course. I've bottled it all up for $199. And that seems really stupid as I say it out of my face. But the reason is I really want to make it more accessible for more of you. So if you're looking to start on YouTube, grow on YouTube, learn like insider strategies that nobody talks about, learn all the things on how to make more money and like how to increase your AdSense when you are monetized, or how to get monetized, or like anything you need to know about YouTube and becoming a creator on YouTube, I have got you, okay? For like a fraction, literally, of the cost that I've ever released this information for before. So if you want to check that out, go to heyjessica.com/YouTube Rockstars, and that's going to take you there to grab that, because it's just so good. It's so good. And literally it is like everything that was in YouTube Rockstars as a $2,000 course is in this smaller package. So go check that out if you're wanting to like learn more about YouTube and learn more about how to do all of this. I meant to mention that in the beginning and I forgot. But anyway, but the third reason here why I think if you want to be a full-time creator, YouTube is the way, is that it has more authority. And that's a hard one to explain, but think about the creators that you watch on YouTube and the creators you watch on TikTok or Instagram or wherever. Which one of those platforms do you feel like you trust the person the most, right? I feel like it's almost always YouTube. YouTube comes with a bit more authority than TikTok or Instagram. If I walk into a room and people are like, "Oh, I'm nice to meet you. What do you do for a living?" And I say I'm an Instagrammer or I say I'm a TikToker, that is less authoritative than if I say I'm a YouTuber. Now, in certain crowds, they're all going to sound like gibberish, but if you're talking to people who kind of understand all the platforms, YouTube is going to sound better. YouTube has more authority, and a lot of that's because it isn't as volatile as the other platforms. Number 4. Okay, and this is kind of tied in with number 3, but kind of its own thing. And that is that people, as in viewers, customers, like people who watch you, they are going to trust the opinion of someone they watch on long form content more than someone they watch on short form content. So if I'm out here trying to be like, "Hey, buy my Teddygrams," because like, why not, right? These are the best Teddygrams I've ever seen. This is amazing. You're going to trust me more if you're watching me on long form content on YouTube than you will if it's just a 30-second or a 1-minute TikTok or whatever, okay? People trust long form video more when they're looking for things to buy, or they're, like looking at someone as an expert to tell them kind of what they need to do. And I don't make the rules. It's just the way it is. All right, we have 2 more. So hang with me. They're actually really good. Like these last 2 are like super good reasons why YouTube is the platform if you want to be a full-time creator. And number 5, and I want to tie this one into some of the others we've talked about, is that the content is longer lasting on this platform. All right. So if you go make a TikTok today and you post it today, guess how much reach it has. Like, guess how long you have for that video to do well or to take off. Like, it's like not long. If it doesn't do well in the first 24 hours, it's not going to do well. The same thing goes for Instagram. If that reel doesn't do well in the first 24 hours, it's not going to do super well. I've had some TikToks and some Instagram reels where I publish them and then like a month later they get picked up again or whatever. And I notice that a lot of people are coming from them or commenting on them, but that's pretty rare. And for the most part, if it doesn't get picked up in the first 24 hours, if it doesn't do well in the first 24 hours, it's kind of dead. And that content is not going to bring you views or leads or whatever you're looking for months and months and years ahead. It's just dead after that point. But on YouTube, that is not the case. I have a video right now that is about how to like draw on your videos with an iPad as you're like video editing or whatever. That is taking off and has started taking off in the last few months. And it is over a year old. It's just now started taking off. It is now making me a pretty decent amount of money. It is now getting me a ton of views. And that has always been the case for me. A lot of my old videos get me views to this day. And then those views pay me. Those views bring people into my new videos and so on and so forth. For me, this is a huge reason why I've never left the platform, because if I make a video today, I know that it's going to continue to work for me for years to come, possibly. Not every video is going to, but every video has the chance to and the possibility to. Like, YouTube does not have an algorithm where the video has to do well in the first little bit or it's not going to. Like, it literally has a longevity algorithm. And if you have created a video that helps a person with a problem they're seeking to solve, and YouTube sees that, it doesn't matter how old it is, it's going to show them that video. And that feels really nice because you're going to be making money. So remember, we're going to make more money anyway, but you're going to be making money from older content than any other platform. You are going to be getting views more so from older content from any other platform. And pretty much anything we've talked about so far gets better because YouTube is a longer lasting game. Now, this is going to feed into my next point a little bit, but I want to talk about it here too. A lot of people will say like YouTube is more work or whatever. And sure, to create a YouTube video takes me much longer than to create a TikTok or an Instagram reel or a YouTube short or whatever, right? However, because this platform is longer lasting, it is absolutely worth my time. And then that brings me to my last point, and that is that this platform is less demanding than other platforms. And you're gonna look at me and be like, what? No, it isn't. It's going to take me 20 minutes to film a video. It's going to take me 3 hours to edit it. It's going to do all of this stuff, right? And everything feels harder on this platform. And I know you're saying that because I've had a lot of conversations with people who are like, YouTube just feels too hard. But YouTube is way less demanding than these other platforms. On TikTok, you need to be posting multiple times per day. Okay? On Instagram, you need to be posting multiple times per week. On YouTube, you can get away with one video a week and be really good at that and get really good at that every single week and not feel like you're in a constant like rat race of having to create more content. So in my opinion, it's less demanding because they're not asking you to create multiple videos a day or you're not going to do well, right? I hope y'all enjoyed the lighting changes in my office. I hooked up this like light back here to like reflect a little light there. By the way, I'm going to repaint this wall. I don't like it. Don't hate me. And I said that really quietly because I don't want my husband to hear me. I'm just going to surprise him one day and be like, ta-da, it's repainted. But my lighting has been whack in this video, and that's okay. It's just a cloudy day outside, and I set everything to auto on my camera, and so it just adjusted with it, you know? But if you're wanting to be a full-time creator and you are like, what platform should I use? I am here to tell you that YouTube is it. And it's just kind of what it is. And for all the reasons I listed above, plus some, right? And there's a couple different ways that I can help you like push forward with this YouTube journey if you want me to. And one of those, what I mentioned earlier, my YouTube Rockstars bundle that I've taken from like it's been $1,000, it's been $2,000. I've taken it from $2,000 to $199. And it literally has my 6-phase formula to get your YouTube channel up and running and launched and perfect and, you know, learn how to use analytics and learn how to do all of these things, learn how to monetize, like literally everything you would need to know to grow on YouTube. That is linked below, or you can go to heyjessica.com/YouTube Rockstars. Now I do have another temporary way that I could help you if this is something that you're looking for. People always ask if I do these, and I do these, but I try and only do them every once in a while. Otherwise, I'm like overrun by them. And right now is an every once in a while time. So I've opened the doors to my YouTube channel audit. And essentially what this is you will go in, you'll purchase the channel audit, you'll give me your URL and all the things. And then I give you a comprehensive video running through your channel, everything from like the top of the channel to the playlist, to the thumbnails, to the titles, to the way you record, to the equipment you're using, to the tags, like literally everything about your YouTube channel. I'm going to break it down and give you some tips and tricks on how to fix it moving forward and how to just do a little bit better. Those are always super duper fun and always super well received. So if you want me eyeballs on your channel, you can go to heyjessica.com/audit. I will also link that below to grab one of those audit spots. I did only open 20 and about half are already gone. So you might want to run if you want one of those, because as soon as the 20 are gone, that page will default to like a, hey, we're not offering these right now. So if you want to grab one of those, that is linked below. If you want to learn all the YouTube things, that is linked below. If you want to do both, they're both linked below. And yeah, happy trails on your way to become a full-time creator. Bye, y'all.